Wanted to offer a solution to those who have Apple Studio Display and also want to hook up their console to it. So mainly I'm trying to hook up my Nintendo Switch because I got the new Metroid Prime remaster. I want to play it on the Studio Display, but this actually should work for any console, really anything with an HDMI output. Unfortunately, for this to work, you're going to need extra hardware. And with that, I have the Camlink 4K, which you can see is about $130 from Elgato. It's actually software that's made to hook up your camera into your computer. And I have it, that's what I had it originally for. And then it dawned on me that this actually should work for hooking up my Switch in here too. Unfortunately, it's $130. The other thing you'll need is a USB A to a USB C input, because what they don't show here is that it's actually USB A to connect to the other side. So to be able to hook it up to your Studio Display, you're gonna need an adapter. Any adapter. I have a cheap one from Amazon that you just plug USB A's into, and it goes into the back of the Studio Display. I don't think there's really a requirement for that. So what you want to do is you just plug the HDMI outputs from the Switch dock into the cam link, and then you plug the cam link into the USB A adapter, and then you plug that into the Studio Display, and that's it for hardware. On the software side, there's two ways you can do this. What I use is OBS Studio. It's really just a free program. It's for screencasting and streaming for people who stream. My brother-in-law showed me this because he's a streamer on Twitch, Microwaves, if you want to check them out. And I use this to actually just have an input source for the videos to do that. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So I just open up OBS, and everything is hooked up hardware-wise. And it's going to take a moment to open up. And what you're going to see is here on the bottom is a scene. And the scene is just, you can name it like Nintendo Switch or whatever you want to do. And then you put your input sources. So the way you do that is you just hit this plus button, and you're looking for a video capture device. So you can click on there. And, I already have one in here, which is already doing, but I'll show you anyways. You click OK. So you create new, you click OK. And what it does is you select where the video input's coming from, and you'll actually see the cam link as a input device along with your different cameras from your studio or your laptop or your phone, whatever it is on your Apple laptop. So you just click cam link 4K and hit OK. And right now my Switch is off, so if I actually just turn it on while it's in the dock, it should just show up there. See that? And now I got my external control. I can actually go back into the game, start software. I just died, so I recently, but as you can see, the video is now on my Studio Display. What I've seen mainly as the complaint for doing this is the audio. As you saw, I just had to turn down the audio because a lot of people aren't capturing that there's a way to do this. So what you want to do is you just did a video capture. You want to add an audio input capture. And it's the same idea. You create a new one for audio, and then it's the same thing. You find the Cam Link 4K. You select that. Yep, and then hit OK. So really everything's kind of doubled down. I already have the same thing, so it's probably just going to be twice as loud. But you'll notice that when you do that with the audio input, that it's actually still not playing through the display. And the reason is you actually have to go in this audio mixer here. Remember, this is made for streaming, so people have headphones, they're broadcasting, that they're selecting what they want to hear and what their audience wants to hear. So you actually have to go to these three dots here, and when you click on it, on the audio input capture, you go to Advanced Properties. Actually, let me try the new one I just did. Advanced Audio Properties, and you'll see it'll bring up all the inputs from your videos to everything. And what happens is originally when you add it, it'll be on monitor off. So what you want to do is you want to turn it to monitor only. And that's what I have here is monitor only. And then you'll start hearing it through the sound. And there it is. So I don't know if you're working, but you also see that you still have all of this extra stuff on the bottom. Um, Maybe you don't mind that, maybe you want to see the audio levels, especially if you start streaming, this might be useful. But what I like to do is play full screen, and I just right click on the picture, and you just go to full screen projector preview. And you'll see that your laptop display is an option. So I have my built-in Retina display, and the studio display is an option. And you can actually run it on both displays at the same time. And you'll notice the frame rate looks a little better on the laptop, obviously, because it's, if you have a Mac Pro like I do, it has a higher refresh rate. So you just select the full screen on studio display, and there you got it. You have the entire Metroid Prime experience or Nintendo Switch or whatever you want on full screen on your computer. And that's how you do it with OBS. Now, I did say there's another way to do it, and there is, if you don't want to download this software. What you can do is, let me close this out real quick, is on the QuickTime player, you can actually do start new movie recording. And the reason why it's a movie recording is because you're using the cam link, and it's thinking you're having an input for a camera. So you click new movie recording, and it's going to load, and it's reading the inputs of the camera. So when you move your mouse, see how this has this little menus here? And it's the same idea. You just put this up. The reason why, and you hear sound. The sound goes right through it. So you're actually just using QuickTime Player. You're not recording it unless you want to, but it's just playing it. It looks pretty good. You can size the window and everything if you want. So that looks actually pretty neat. And the same thing here. The camera selection is the cam link, which means that's what's reading the switch. And the microphone is also the cam link, which is why the sound is coming through it. So, and basically you could put quality high or maximum. You can stream it. It looks like to my Apple TVs. I haven't tried that yet, but I mean, I could just put the switch on the TV. But yeah, you just use the cam link and the cam link for microphone and camera. And this is actually no software needed to download. It plays just the same. The only thing is that I've noticed is a lot of the times when you're using QuickTime, there's input lag, I feel, from using the controller to what's translating on the screen. So if you really need, split second things in your game, this may not be the best option. But when you're using OBS, at least I'm not a professional gamer, but I have yet to detect any lag, especially when you're using the laptop screen and it's the high refresh rate. So that's how I do this. And there's sound. It comes right out of the studio display. So, and it sounds good. It's using the full, speakers. It sounds fantastic. Just as good as the Switch can get. And your studio display is a beautiful 5K display, and it looks great. I hope this helps. Just let me know if you have any questions or concerns. One thing I did notice is one time, or the first time I set it up, and I deleted everything so I could make the video. I had to restart my computer for OBS to read the cam link. So that may be something that you try it, and as soon as you put the link, or as soon as you select cam link as a video input, nothing is showing. First, make sure the switch is actually on in the dock, so you see like the little light glowing. But the second thing is you may just need to restart the computer first, and then it may read it after that. So I don't know why it did that, but it just helped me. So anyways, hope you enjoy this and enjoy playing your Nintendo Switch on your studio display. Bye-bye.